What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, we're rolling a Riven for an upcoming Incarnon weapon. And when I say upcoming, I mean we're waiting 2 weeks on the Furus to come back because of the whole Week 6 controversy of, yeah, just deal with it pretty much if you're wanting to get that Braton Incarnon. It's Week 6 again. But here we are with a Week 2 weapon, the Furus. And even though it's called the Furus Prime, I renamed this weapon. There is only a Furus Normal and a Mark I Furus. You might be like, what are you talking about? I remember some kind of Furus Prime. There is actually only the Furus Prime. The singular Furus does not have a Prime, so you have to make your own. But thankfully, this Incarnon's going to be some big damage, so it's going to be pretty much like you're using make your own Furus Prime. And I've actually got a pull-up of all the stats here for the Incarnon mode. If you enjoy these types of videos, guys, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you're subbed. We do daily Warframe video uploads on YouTube. And yeah, lots of news and all that stuff. So here is the overframe right here with the Incarnon form. The base crit chance of the Furus is 5%. So when we go into the Incarnon mode, it gets buffed a lot. So with just these three mods, Galvanized Shot, Target Cracker, and Prime Pistol Gambit, 74% crit chance, 7.1 multiplier on those crits, and 43% status chance. As far as the best Incarnon options, since the Furus Incarnon becomes base heat, we want to jam that status chance as much as possible to get as many heat procs as possible. So we're going to be going with this one, plus 28% status chance, but the other options for tier 4 are pretty good too. With critical chance below 40%, increases crit damage by 3. You saw the Incarnon mode has really high crit chance, so you probably don't want to run that one. And the other one on Headshot, plus 5% fire rate for 2 seconds, stacks it to 10 times. So lots of fire rate, but we'll probably just go with the status chance here. So things we want to go for is we want to either go for a viral heat build or a purely heat build, because as far as the modding space, if we're already running our Riven and 2 Prime Crit mods and then Galvanized Shot, we don't have many more spaces. I'm going to want to throw the Bane mod on here somewhere too. So with the Bane mod on here, maybe Prime Heated Charge here, what are we going to really have room for? I don't even have the multi-shot mod on here, so multi-shot mod's going to take a spot too. We're going to pretty much only have one, maybe not even one flex slot here. So the viral build might be kind of rough, so we'll only end up taking that as a last resort. Our number one stats here are going to be more crit, more multi-shot, maybe even more status chance, but probably not. I'm going to be most looking for crit because I like crit, so we'll be modding mostly into heat procs, and let's see what we get here. I've already got magazine, reload, damage, minus zoom. So let's go. We got status duration, status chance, punch through. Now the Furus, the Incarnon mode is multi-target, but the primary shot is not multi-target. So the punch through would probably be nice. And status chance, status duration is nice for heat procs, I guess, as well. But I'm going to stick with this one just because it's the first roll, and those both are kind of crappy, honestly. So 275% damage is nothing to scoff at, but you know, we want much better. Magazine size, reload speed, punch through, no negative. Definitely seen better. I've actually got 500k Kuva, so we can do a decent amount here. Okay, so this one's looking better already. 196% crit chance, 264% damage. I'm going to take that one. Magazine size should not matter on this thing because we'll be in Incarnon mode most of the time. Okay, so we got 114% minus multi-shot. Not really what I'm looking to do. Those other stats are pretty good for heat procs, though. If that multi-shot would have been positive, we would have been in business. Damage to Grenier, multi-shot minus reload. Pretty decent. I'd say it's pretty decent for heat procs. We'll take that one. Minus reload, not really going to be your best situation, but as far as melting Grenier, we got 69.9% damage to Grenier and 211.4% multi-shot. So pretty nice. Okay, no elemental procs at all will work on this one. It's got minus 105% status duration, so kind of a yikes. Let's hope that we get some more damage on here. Critical chance, toxin, minus 50% fire rate. We've been getting some pretty bad negatives. I'm not going to call reload a good negative at all, but you know, it does have a good amount of. That doesn't mean I want it for a positive though. We have a good amount of ammo on the Incarnon mode. I believe it's like over 200 shots. So, you know, technically not the worst thing you could possibly get. Status duration, ammo maximum, critical damage. Ammo maximum has to be one of the worst things you can get. Oh, and this weapon also technically has an augment called Winds of Purity. that gives you lifesteal on the weapon too. So for general gameplay, that also could be kind of nice. So yeah, 211% extra multi-shot is very powerful. Just to put it in perspective, the galvanized multi-shot mod, galvanized chamber, this thing of 230% multi-shot. And I think it's called Galvanized Diffusion for secondaries that gives you 230% multi-shot as well. So we pretty much have a fully stacked up Galvanized multi-shot mod right here with just for existing. So I will take that negative reload speed and be okay with it. You will be the Grineer Melter, and as you can see, most of these rolls have been really terrible. Like, not even worth like talking about because they've been that bad. As I say that. So we must have gotten pretty lucky in our multi-shot. This one has 198% multi-shot, and ours has 211%, 20% difference. But yeah, taking critical damage negative is never going to be something I'm going to do. So we will move on past that. So yeah, this is a week 2 weapon. It will be alongside the Latron, which I will probably do on that week, Latron and Furus. And yeah, they're going to be both really good for high-level enemies and both really good for heat procs, because this is going to have built-in heat, and so will the Latron Incarnon. That has built-in heat as well. So lots and lots of damage. That's lots of infested damage right there, but yeah, I think we got pretty lucky with this one. Let's keep going a little bit. And unfortunately, I do not have the Incarnon yet, so I can't actually put this on here and show it to you. But once I do get the Incarnon, I will be showing you this against high-level enemies, of course. I think that extra multi-shot will be very nice. And you know, worst case scenario, we just go with the purely heat proc build and just stick with it. Okay, so we got critical damage, toxin, punch through, minus zoom. That's a pretty nice one, but unfortunately we do lose out on our multi-shot, and as we were saying earlier, if I do get a Toxin Riven, it completely eliminates the purely heat build that I could go for, and then I'm going to be pretty much forced to do a corrosive heat build or a viral heat build. Still a good Riven. Punch through. If it was maybe multi-shot instead of punch through, I'd think about it a little bit more. But yeah, 211 is too much to pass up. And then 69.9% damage to Grineer is quite nice. I believe it's actually more than the Prime Bane mod, so we'll have double Prime Bane mods on here. Technically, that Toxin one could have been good, but I'm more looking at this thing from like a high-level priority target bursting weapon. And we've gotten so many bad rolls. I would consider the one we have right now a good roll, but not a god roll. And when I do these videos, I'm always starting the video with the attempt of getting a god roll. And obviously that never happens besides kind of the Magistar video. And after that Incarnon tier list, I'm sure you know how I feel about the Magistar. So, yeah, that was kind of ironic. Okay, so this one's got heat, damage to Grineer, and plus zoom in my status chance. So we lose all of our status chance, unfortunately. Okay, let's give it a little bit more here. You know, I feel like we should probably call it on this one, but we have so much Kuba, might as well do it a couple more times. I am going to have a dual Toxicist Riven rolling video out in the near future as well, but the reason that one's not like a big priority is because the dual Toxicist, after this week 6, you know, delay shenanigans, like, how many weeks is the dual Toxicist away? It's like over a month away, so like really no rush to getting a dual Toxicist Riven with a good stat. This one's more like in the here and now, but I've been getting some really bad rolls. I think this is like the second or third roll we got. This Furus Satacon, and I'm pretty happy with it, but yeah, I mean, I would like some crit chance, to be honest. 74 is pretty low, and if I would have had like crit chance, damage to Grineer, multi-shot, minus reload, that would have been twice as good for me. But I keep just getting worse negative, plus puncture, plus projectile speed. This is how bad it can be, and if you ever watched my other Riven rolling videos, you know how bad it can be. Okay, here's one that's actually somewhat decent. We got fire rate and multi-shot with no negative. So we'd be losing that on 60% multi-shot. It's pretty much just a lethal torrent, like, ×2. But I think I'm going to stick with the Bane of the Grineer ones because it's so much extra Bane of the Grineer. The fire rate can be nice, too, just to, like, expend ammo quickly. But, yeah, I don't think so. Not right now. Not when I have a build in mind already. Okay, let's give it a couple more here. I would love to like see something that's better than this, but let me know in the comments on this video, guys. Do you think that I made the wrong decisions? on this Riven? Like, was there a better role along the way? I'd say the two that were kind of contenders, that multi-shot fire rate one we just went past, that was a contender. And the Toxin one was also technically a contender. Everything else has been absolutely terrible. I have not really seen one that is comparable to the one we already have in however many 100,000 Kuwa this has been. Another punch-through one. We got 137% Toxin and 4.9 years of punch-through. That's a lot. That is a lot, but it's not what I'm looking for here. All right, let's do the last three here. Stash duration infested minus Grineer. How much reload speed does this thing even have? 1.4? That might be pretty rough, but we will find out. Set his chance on Toxin. Could be good for a viral build, but yeah. If I really want to kill something, I can use a Cedo Condition Overload proc on it. Wow, these have all been so bad. All right, I'll do three more. Three more and we're done. Sorry that these have not been very exciting rolls. Minus 92% ammo, but that's just how it goes sometimes, dude. Like, I have no control over this RNG. Minus 106% stash duration again, literally taking away all of our procs. And then here's the last one for sure. Almost good until you saw that it had zoom on it. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Can't even sneak in a decent one at the end. I appreciate all the support. Hope you guys enjoyed this Riven rolling session more than I did. And yeah, just can't get a good one on this one. All right, I'm about to just keep this. We'll take a look at the how much Bane of the Grineer we can jam on here now. And as far as getting good amounts of Kuva, the best places to do it is going to be your Steel Path, your Arbitrations. So we've got 55% Bane of the Grineer from our Prime Bane of the Grineer, and then if we have the Riven, we have over 100%, because we get about 70 from that. Dang. Once I fit this whole build on here, I'm expecting big heat procs. Be on the lookout for that video in the near future, guys. Appreciate the support. Take it easy. Peace!